Well, I'm checking in live right now. I'm checking in on the debt ceiling vote because there should be a vote any minute. House will vote on debt ceiling suspension is doomed in the Senate. That's about 2 hours ago. So we'll see how that plays out. Right now, that's all that the market is focusing on, the debt ceiling. The Democrats had an idea probably a couple of hours ago to separate their current bill into two sections, one that will hopefully pass and extend the debt ceiling. All right, but we're going to skip that today. I don't want to talk about market updates. I might have a quick lesson, but I understand that everybody wants to know about stocks that I'm talking about. I get questions right and left, so I'm going to answer some stock questions that I've listed out already from previous days to update you guys on positions. And then I'm going to go into your questions today, possibly with a couple minute and quick lesson in case anybody forgot how to improve their efficiency in the market. That is why I am here. I am here to improve your trading skills. I am here to make you money. I mean, it's simple as that. People want to watch, people want to follow. You're going to pick up on shit. You should see members on my platform creating posts. BEKE. Hey, did anybody buy this when Matt mentioned it on YouTube? Oh, I did. I made 100% today. I made 80%. Oh, I made 70. Guess what? I made 75% on that, and I could have made more. But I was looking to secure profit and exit out. Now, I've got another one. Netflix I wanted to talk about. No, I'm not in Netflix. But yes, Netflix broke 600. So I know that tech is struggling. I know other stocks are struggling. Netflix, on the other hand, is not struggling. It was 585 over the past couple of days. Now it's 601, 602. Why? And I'm going to tell you, because Netflix acquired a gaming company, a game developing company that's going to help them get to where they need sooner. Who's in trouble? GameStop's in trouble. 175 on the elevator down. It's going to 160. When it goes to 160, I'm probably going to come on and tell you it's going to 150. All right, Camber Energy, CEI, right? It's been everybody's play. It was $1.75. We bought into it. It's $2.25. Then it was $2.50. Then it was $3, $3.25. Today it was up to $4. I mentioned it to Carlos. I bought some shares myself at $4. Dude, Matt, what are you doing? You're chasing the stock. No, I'm playing a momentum play. I'm in at $4. I set my ask for 480. It got hit within I think it was an hour, maybe an hour and 5 minutes. I made 20% in that stock. Then what happened? I got lucky. If I had set it for 490, I would be carrying heavy freaking bags. Because after it hit 485, it dropped all the way to $3. They halted it once or twice. All right. Let's talk about another stock I mentioned 2 days ago that I took a position. HUSA, which I bought at $2.58. I alerted. Now, what happens after I sent that alert? That shit drops. 10-minute rule, right? Everybody should buy stuff 10 minutes after Matt, and we'll get a much better price. Now, that wasn't a much better price. It was a much, much, much better price. Because if you waited, that stock that I paid $2.58 dropped to $2.08. Do you know where it hit today? It hit $2.70, up 35% at one point. How do I know it hit 270? Because that was my sell that triggered. Of course, I adjusted my sell. It was 286. I put in for 270 ever since it dropped to basically $2 in my mind. $2.08, $2.10, $2.17 today. So I was ready to exit out, make sure I secure profit. I'm not going to scare sell. I wasn't selling at a loss. But some of you, if you got it at 258 and you sold at 208 this morning, you're losing 20%. Me? I picked up about 5% on the trade, and I am out. If it goes down to 225, which it did right before close, but I missed out, I will be back in. Now, yesterday, I mentioned Wynn Casino, WYNN. I mentioned I picked up some December options. Now, Wynn was off today, and the markets were off a little today. Doesn't matter to me. My position was off 12%. It was not down 40%, but I did increase my position. So you say to me, why, Matt? You broke the rules. Let me explain when there are times to break the rules. I usually say when my options are down 40%, I will double down my position. However, these options go out till December. I don't think Wynn stock is going to go down any lower. I think today was a consolidation day. It had a nice move a couple days ago. Yesterday, it should have dropped to 81 or 82. It didn't. It only dropped to like $84.50, $85. So I think we saw the remnants of that drop today. Same with Carnival. You guys mentioned, remember I mentioned that 2 days ago, it's going to drop to 25 and we'll have a chance to get in. It dropped to 25.50 and I took my first position. Do I know it's only going to go up from here? No, but I'm good for my first position. My first position, and I'm finally ready for it, were January call options. January, I've got a hell of a lot of time till January. Okay, so I spoke about BEKE. I still like that one. I'm going to play that one again. I'm going to get back in and back out. I'm going to look to play that stock as many times as I can and make it my new family. Now, other stocks that really interest me right now. CCJ, it's $20.50. I wanted to get in at $20. I still want to get in at $20. Then you have LPX. It's a railroad play, a rail play. Now, once this infrastructure bill is eventually passed, because it has to get passed. I mean, what is the government doing? Don't get me sidetracked. All right. LPX. It will be strong in Q3, Q4. Oh, hold the press. Time out. I forgot to mention it. What did I tell my platform and what did I tell you guys? It's the end of quarter 3. Tomorrow ends quarter 3. Now, why is it important? Because those sneaky sons of a bitch at those banks and those hedge funds, they have to come out with their quarter 3 report, which means at the end of tomorrow's day of trading, they have to show exactly what stocks are on their books. Now, they don't want to show a piece of crap stock. They would like to show a good turnaround stock. So if it looks ready to rebound, they could be in that tomorrow. But there's going to be a lot of rotational stuff going on tomorrow. So even though you saw some selling in your stocks today, do not be surprised if Wynn, if Carnival, the airlines, Delta, American, JetBlue, if they pop tomorrow. Another one that people want to have on their spreadsheet. This is a good one because I mentioned it a day or two ago. ES, it's called Evergreen. Please look at the 1-month chart. You'll see it bottoming out after there was heavy selling. It's ready and primed to turn around. Now, it was $81 yesterday when I was talking about it, and I said, you know what? I kind of want it to go to $78 before I purchase. However, it went up 1% today. Today was a tough day in the market, so people were buying it. So it is still on my radar. Again, ES. Now, D-Dog, I made an alert about this. It was like $138. Somebody bought $786,000 worth of call options, but they purchased it as if they were in a rush and they knew this stock was going to go on. So I'm looking at D-Dog and I'm looking at NET. Those are both cloud service stocks. So even if tech continues to struggle, which I mentioned 8 trading days ago, we were seeing a rotation into the Dow. Those are 2 stocks that I like. Now, 3 of my favorites, again, chip stocks. I am looking for the bottom, and I'm going to tell you why. The first one is MU, which is Micron, STX, which is Seagate, and WDC, which is Western Digital. They are all chip sector stocks. There's downward pressure, but let's understand the backlog that these 3 companies have. I mean, all the chip sectors are have these backlogs. Intel, Taiwan Semiconductor, but I don't want to mess with them because I'll probably buy Taiwan Semiconductor, and China will probably inhabit Taiwan the next day. It'll be like, I bought Taiwan Semiconductor, and there'll be an alert out. The UVXY will be spiking, and it'll be like, Taiwan, that's what they'll call it. China invades Taiwan, takes over semiconductor business, is now nationalized. And I'll be like, holy shit, my stock is worth 0. So, all right, I wanted to jump into market direction real quick. The markets are still in a painful direction. That will not turn around until the debt ceiling is raised and the uncertainty from the market dissipates, okay? So that's number 1. If that uncertainty dissipates, the stocks can turn around. Now, there are some stocks that are still strong. So those are stocks you want to find. I can name a few. I mean, Lucid is off the hook. Every day, Lucid's up. Yes, it contracts because people take profit. Workhorse made a move yesterday. I can mention a couple others. I mean, you're looking for stocks that had a decent day today, and that wasn't a lot of stocks. I wonder how many stocks went up and how many went down. So let's just see. 3,700 down, 3,100 up. Okay, because I thought there were more down than up, and that seems about right. I would have thought it would be about 2 for 1. But let's talk about certain stocks that actually had demand today, even though I'm not involved or invested in them, okay? You have NEO. Now, everybody likes the green energy play. NEO moves with energy, and it also moves when EVs move. So NEO, I kind of like. What else am I looking at? Now, Dave & Buster's. If you guys like action stocks with volatility, Dave & Buster's at one point today was up about 4%. Then it closed the day down 3%. Now, here's the catch with Dave & Buster's, and the symbol is PLAY, P-L-A-Y. All right? I can tell when institutions and hedge funds get involved with the stock. I can see what they're trying to do, the movement. And sometimes they don't win. And today is a day with Dave & Buster's that they were buying the stock, did not win. So I see that as an opportunity. I'm just looking at the chart right now. I mean, they've been buying the stock since 9/27. They're willing to pay as much as $41. So guess what? Dave & Buster's is actually, and it falls right in line with the Gap, Foot Locker, Wynn Casino, Carnival Cruise Line. It's okay that they're down, but I understand these stocks are going to make a significant move. I mean, how low was Dave & Buster's last year? I bet it went down to like $12 or something. Let's see, 1 year. Yeah, I mean, it was extremely beat up. Wow. And then it spiked over $51, and it's since retracted. It's making its way back. I'm looking at the chart. I'll show you the chart. Hopefully you can see that, okay? So you see what happened? Zoom out. Don't look at today. If you see what's going to happen, the next spike is going to go higher than the previous one, which will put Dave & Buster's over $50. So that's actually moving up my chart. That is going to be my number one. I'm going to make it family, and that's what we're going to talk about. Okay, quick, screw the lesson. Let's get into some questions. I know you guys have questions the past couple of days. Oh, and we got YouTube again tomorrow. We're doing the live stream. There is no live stream on Friday. Please, if you find value in this information, you hear my voice. So I don't ask for much, but if you hear my voice struggling today, it's because I'm giving you guys information, giving you alerts. I'd rather my voice go completely gone. But please, hit that subscribe button right there. But you must push the bell. You got to hit all three things. You push the bell to get notified when I drop a video. Now, the good news is I'm going to be dropping videos like they're off the hook lately. I've got so much information coming to you guys soon. So the time to subscribe is now. If I don't die, that is. And then that button next, you can hit that bell to get notifications. Hit that like button, okay? And what I ask you guys to do is share this with somebody else. Again, you don't have to. But if you ever have that light bulb moment and you're like, I'm going to make the money because that's why I'm here, share that shit. Pay it forward. All right, so we talked about my stocks. I didn't go into a lesson today. We'll get to that tomorrow. I do want to mention a couple more stocks. I took a play. I mentioned this to the platform, the lifetime members. Kevin, right? Ask Kevin or Meet Kevin. He was talking about Affirm, AFRM, and it spiked to 114 after hours yesterday. And I said to myself, I think the market's going to be in trouble today a little, especially tech. If this shit spikes, I'm going to buy puts. You know they have spiked Affirm. I didn't get in at 120, but it spiked this morning to $120. I got in when it was like $117.92. On the way down, it hit $110 and wait, I don't even know how low it went. 110 something. When I saw it turn the corner back to 111, which it did quickly, I sold my put contracts and I made 77 or 78%. I don't remember. Does it matter? I made money, and I told you that Meet Kevin gets his information from somebody else. So this is great. Before my live stream started, I'm not trying to downplay anybody. I went on his, and he's going through his watch list, and he's like, and I'm saying he's like, I like Disney. Shit, I like Disney too. Everybody likes Disney. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is more instantaneous information. I'm not downplaying what he does. I understand what he does. But what I'm telling you is I'm looking for something to give to you where you can make money tomorrow. I don't want to hear about it a month from now. Like, hey, I gave you guys Disney at 177 because anybody can see Disney's a good buy. I could tell you Neo's a good buy at $35, but you're not going to hear me say it in 2 months. Hey, I gave it to you at $35.50. I mean, you'll hear me say it because I told you it has a good base. Neo has a good base. Canadian Solar right now has a good base. CSIQ. I don't own either, but I can tell you when it has a limited downside. Carnival Cruise Lines at 25 and change. Let's say it's up to $26. It has a good base, meaning it has limited downside. All right, so I would love to hear your thoughts or your questions. All right. Great stuff. All right, Mark and Matt, what do you think about the REIT, VICI? They own 7 casino resorts on the Las Vegas Strip, and they have over 100% institutional ownership. So I will look at the chart. Now, here's the 3 charts I'm going to look at before I give you my feedback. The 1 day, because I can tell you where the bottom, where a good entry would be. That'll give you your entry point. The 5 day, that'll tell me the form that it's in. You know, like a horse or a jogger or an athlete. Is it in good form, or does it need to get nursed back to health? And then I will look at the 1 month, which tells me not only the direction, but how high or low it can go. So I love the fact that you pointed out over 100% institutional ownership, because I mentioned that to people. Now, if you can't understand how someone can own over 100%, you have to understand there are shorts in the market. So if there's a short that's outstanding like 20%, technically Everybody else can own 120%. So institutions 102, insiders 3%, the general public 13%, and then the shorts own the rest. All right, so let's look at that one. I didn't know that one. And yeah, we talked about Netflix already, which is pretty interesting. Again, they're doing pretty well. I would watch out for GameStop. GameStop's going to continue to go down. All right, VICI, Vicky. All right, investments, core, motor. I hope I click on the right thing. Property. Here we go. Okay, so let's look at the 1 month chart. All right, 1 month chart. Really light volume. Sold off. It peaked around $32. It's around $29. Now, keep in mind, REITs like this don't have major movement. If you get 0.5% and it does it for 2 weeks straight with a little consolidation, you're making 8%, okay? So that's how REITs like to move. Now, this one, I'm not sure if it's bottomed yet. I could definitely see you taking your first position because it has limited downside. Yeah, so I actually like the chart. You could get a pop on this one of about 4 or 5%. So the audience I would be speaking to here would be someone that's interested in shares of stock, okay? Shares of stock, and you want to hold this for, you could have a holding pattern for 1 to 3 months. If you're okay with doing that, and you say, hey, man, I've got money on the side. I'd like to put it in a safe play. I'd like to hold it till at least maybe the end of the year. I could say to you, this person, ACP, who's suggesting Vicky, right? It sounds pretty damn good. The chart looks good, limited downside. And the upside, if you grab the upside, you could probably grab 14% before the end of the year. So think of that annualized. 14%, we're talking about 1 quarter of play. That's like a 56% annualized return. So you only have to be in for 3 months, 14% to the upside. I love that one. Thank you for bringing that up. Let's get another one, please. Okay. Fuck, let me answer your question, buddy. I appreciate you asking it. So we got ENG. Now, I used to have a member. I'm not going to look at ENG. It was at $2.17, and he was like, Matt, what do you think? And I'm like, it doesn't really appeal to me. And it popped to like $3.55. And what was it? And then it went all the way back down. The point was, it moves. Oh, okay. So it's got a better chart right now. Maybe he was just early. Let's see. That's about 3 months ago. Yep. So I'd be careful with this stock. There's a lot of buying activity, but there was also, they were selling it and pushing it down to, I mean, today it was $2.44. So maybe it turned the corner. Maybe they're just playing it. The volume was crazy today. Stocks like this that have 16 or 17 million, okay? Let's assume the volume goes down tomorrow back to where it used to be, 2 to 3 million. This stock, just like TRIT, right? Because a lot of people like Triteris, this stock can be easily manipulated. It doesn't mean that both those stocks cannot run. It would not surprise me to see ENG run past 360, which would be up like another 15 to 17%. Same with Triteris. But you have to understand what happens is if there's no volume and no demand, these stocks can easily be manipulated back down. And in the case of the English or ENG, it's $3 stock. There's 16 million shares that were traded today. That's under 50 million. Okay, that means it can be easily manipulated. And the market cap on the company is 108. So that's, I mean, it tells me be careful. It's definitely in play, as they would say. And if you take profit, it's great. You can get in and out as long as you have strategy. But if you think this is a long-term hold, not for me, unless I knew more about the company. Let me get another question on there, please. Oh, Sohn, yes, I'm still holding Sohn. So, yeah, so a lot of people always ask me this. Some guy in Webull asked me, which is a platform that I tend to talk on. People ask me how you find me on there. I have 13,000 followers. It's Matt Space 349 Family. I do the same thing here. I give my updates more in real time. Okay, so Sohn, people ask me about, I think it's around somewhere between 61, 62 cents, maybe 60 cents. I'm holding till 79 cents. I'm looking for a 30% gain. I'm not selling before then. So people can ask me every day, and they generally do. Hey, are you still holding this? Yes, I believe it has limited downside. Now, if I have to hold for 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, or even 6 months, I will hold because I'm looking for 30% return. 30% return over 6 months would be golden, which is why I'm going to look at VICI, the mention from before, because I think there I can get like 25% over the next quarter. All right, next one. Or 18%. That's what Hey, Matt, do you think the market will recover before the government makes up their mind? I think it's a stock picker's market. So I don't think the market's going to take a crap on itself, but I don't think it's going to be strong. You're going to see days like today. If the market futures go up and the Dow futures are up 200, they will sell it off till it's like plus 20, and then it'll rebound, and then it'll go back up to like 200. All right. People don't like to miss out. Now, tech has a different story. Tech has to worry about the 10-year, which is 154, I think, and the 10-year will make its way up to 2% before the end of the year. All right. So I think tech has the trouble. But if we default and we can't clear the debt ceiling, the whole market will collapse. And you heard it here, you hear it there. Everybody's saying it. It'll be catastrophic. So right now, here's what I see: the two political parties. They're playing a game of chicken. And who's going to move first? And is anybody going to move? And someone better move. So somebody always moves at the end when they play chicken. I rarely see a head-on collision, and that's what they're doing here. Republicans are flexing, saying we don't have control, but we do have control. And the Democrats, I don't know, they have control, supposedly, but they can't agree in their own party. They're fighting in their own party, so they don't get shit passed. I really don't get it, man. I really don't get it. Maybe that dude should run for the governor. Okay, anyway. Hey, Matt. So yeah, I mean, that's the point. The market's going to be like today. It's not going to be heavily one way or the other. Now, if it looks like we're heading to a catastrophe and we're not going to hit the debt ceiling, then yes, you're going to see the Dow drop 400 points. You'll see NASDAQ drop 200 points, and you'll see it repetitive. So that'll be real close. It'll be interesting. I think they're voting now, but I don't have an update for you. So we'll see, and I'll alert my platform members tomorrow. But I'm sure we're all going to see based on futures. If there's a spike in futures, you know a deal got made. If they've read futures, you know they probably went like this to each other and walked away from the table. All right, so let's get another question. Yes, learning to trade. I appreciate everybody that's here each and every day, and I see you. I see the same people, and yes, I want to expand the audience, and I plan on that. But I see the same people. So my thanks to you. All right, please hit the like button, pass this along, tell everybody about this. All right, let's look at Snap for Sarah. So Snap, I was looking at Snap. I always wondered, hey, is it going to break the 54 going down? And then I know it did, and oh, no, not Snap, not a 54. I was thinking about, I don't remember. All right, but Snap has had heavy outflow. Keep in mind, Snap is a 4-letter stock. Snap doesn't have any real earnings. Snap peaked at $82 4 days ago. So yes, if the market struggles, see right now, here's what we're looking at for Snap. Can you see that, Sarah? You see that triangle? Does everybody see that? That is the 1 month. I think it's the 1 month. Nope, that's the 3-month chart. My point is, it is at a testing ground right now. A lot of tech stocks are at testing the bottom. They're testing the floor. So what you can see, let's do 3 possibilities for Snap. If Snap will be one of the ones that gets the quick bounce back. So if people decide that the NASDAQ has bottomed, Snap will bounce back instantaneously. It'll be one of the quicker ones to bounce back. However, understand, I just keep telling you guys every day, tech is not done getting ugly. Tech will get uglier. The 10-year will continue to go on. All this extra nonsense with the debt ceiling doesn't help the market as a whole, but definitely does not help technology, okay? So there's a lot of fear in the market. They have to reach a decision by Friday, close of business, or they have to come up with some type of resolution to extend the debt ceiling, meaning to buy an extra 2 weeks to debate it, where they go back and forth and exchange things. So, yeah, I mean, Snap is interesting. I'm keeping an eye on it. It's already on my watch list. You'll see it had good inflow, spiked to $83, which looks like a high for the year, which it was, which is awesome. And unfortunately, they were so quick to sell it off. Why wouldn't they sell it off? We know the market's been shitty for since what, last probably Friday started to turn. So we've got 3.5 days. Yeah, I'd be selling it off too. But it is going to be a buy, and it will turn around quick. So keep an eye on that one for everybody. All right, next question, please. At Love or my join. Yeah, that's right. Love promised me she was going to be on this show. So I want Love to join me tomorrow. I do see her here, so hopefully she will join. Okay. I will be around if you need me, LOL. Yes, Love. There's nothing joking about that. Tomorrow we're doing a live stream. It's the last one of the week. We'll talk. We'll figure out some great topics to talk about for everybody, and we'll answer questions. And I know a lot of people like to ask Love about MSTR and Bitcoin-related stocks, and we have a lot of chat about that on the lifetime membership chat. There's always talking about where Bitcoin possibly is going or where it's going up to. Hey, Matt. So on Bitcoin, people are hoping that it stays around the same level, 41, 42,000. They say that'll make them extremely bullish if it just stays here. Now, other people are saying, I hope it retracts to 38,000 because I would be buying so many Bitcoin stocks. And then we have one individual who wants it to retract to like 28,000 so he can put like $1 million into Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, so would I if I had an extra $1 million and if it happened to be at 28,000. I mean, well, those are two things that we don't have, an extra $1 million and Bitcoin at 28,000. All right, Matt, what am I thought on Roblox right now? Would it be a good entry? That's a good question. So same with Snap. I really like the chart on Snap because that one will have a huge turnaround as soon as tech stops bleeding. So let me see Roblox and let me see what that looks like. Yeah, it looks similar to Snap. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, Roblox and Snap are going to follow each other. So do I tell you I like the stocks? Yes, I like both of them. Do I like them at this price? No, because I'm going to go with the majority rule in this. Here's my thought process and come into my mind with me, okay? Tech is beat up. The 10 years at 155, 156. It'll probably be 165 in a couple of weeks, which means a whole 10 basis points higher. So with that understanding and with the understanding that will make tech struggle. Now, I'm not saying tech's going to go down 400 points over the next 2 weeks. Not true. Tech might go up 100 points tomorrow, down 100 points on Friday, down 100 points on Monday, up 100 the next day. It could be at the same level in 2 weeks. So that's what I'm saying. I would rather wait it out until I know there's a reversal there. So I wouldn't be buying any extra stocks tomorrow or Friday. If anything, I would be a more bearish position. However, I'm hoping Congress comes to a resolution or a solution because this is our country and I want to be proud. All right, let me get another question up there, please. Hey, Matt. Hey, if you love our country, hit the like button. If you don't like our country, make sure you give me a thumbs down, you three guys who like to kick cats and probably beat on little kids. All right, so if anybody gives me thumbs down, means you don't like your country. It's a national question. It's not even a USA question. If you like your own country that you were born and raised in, hit the like button. Show me you actually listen. And you know what? I ask sometimes people make comments if they have good stories or something like that. Share that. All right, NVIDIA. So NVIDIA falls right into the chip sector. So we're talking about STX, Micron, NVIDIA. Now remember, NVIDIA did a 4-for-1 reverse split. So I know NVIDIA is still around $200, which makes it around $800. Now, I thought fair value in NVIDIA should be around $600, especially since the market drew back. Everybody's retracted. NVIDIA was like $225, which makes it close to $900 before the split. So I got to look at this one because I'm honest. I mean, that's a stock to me that seems a little overvalued. And I like the company. They do amazing stuff with their chips. So yes, guess what? It looks similar to Snap. It looks similar to Roblox. They are all going to follow the same chart. Now, the thing on NVIDIA, again, it's 205. It was as low as 204. I literally think so if tech struggles for the next 2 or 3 days, all right, let's say tech struggles for the next 2 out of 3 days. We got Thursday, Friday, and Monday. For 2 out of those 3 days, NVIDIA could easily reach 198. Okay. Now, if we get a pop tomorrow, and I'm waiting for a pop, I do think the markets are looking for a reason to pop. So this is tough because I want to be in there. I want to be the dude that's in the options the market day, like on Friday, say we go up 600 points. I want to be in there Thursday night going, yeah, baby, I told you we were going up Friday 600. Because I'm looking at this chart. There's only so much selling off that could happen. The last time we had outflow like this stock didn't even move. So, yeah, I'm going to put this with Snap. I'm going to put this one with Roblox. I do think all three will move. There could be 3 straight selling days. But on that day, that 4th day when it turns, it's going to pop and you'll make back. So as long as you grab a good entry in either of those 3 stocks, all right, and you give yourself time, instead of October 15th, let's go with like November 17th options or whatever that date is. All right, next one, please. No, Felix. Here's the story, okay? Hey, so let's get rid of this question a second. Let's get rid of it so I get the clear screen. Can we, Carlos? Felix says, I feel like I can't trade options with a small account. So I'm going to call this one my Romeo Rule. And I'll explain the Romeo Rule. You can only buy one option at a time. Well, who the heck is Romeo? I thought your name was Matt. Yes, my name is Matt, and I work with Carlos. But we have a lifetime member named Romeo. who came into trading, smart guy, had $3,000, was doing something good with his account, and blew up his account. It went from $3,000 or over $3,000 to $84. Now, most people would quit and say, no, I'm sick of trading. I'm not having it anymore. Now, Romeo, who knows he's good at trading, all right, got discouraged, but said, I'm going to continue trading. All right, let's jump forward 5 months later. He's got north of $20,000 from trading. He just got back from a 1-week vacation in Puerto Rico where he used his trading money to pay for it from $84. So when you don't think you could do it, Felix, here's the Romeo rule, okay? One option at a time. We plan ahead. So I'm going to give you an example because people say, all right, Matt, you talk about it. It's not that easy. So I'm going to tell you step by step how to do it, Felix. You find an option. Let's say it's Win Casino, all right, or Carnival, all right? I like both of them. They're both down plays. You look at it, see, tomorrow is no good, so you save the strategy for next week when the market is done throwing up on itself. But you find an option that expires a day or two out, so you give yourself not too much time, 1, 2, 3 days, and you are right about the direction. Like he likes to play the SPY. The point is, he finds an option that costs $1.05 or $105. You can't afford it because he only has $84 in his account. He says, I'm going to buy that contract for $80 if it goes down. It's $1.05. So if it goes down and it clicks down in the morning, he's prepared. He's planning ahead. So right there, he just secured a 27% discount. So he bought one contract at $80. He had $4 extra. Maybe it took $1 for the charge, so he's got $3 left. As soon as he buys it, he types in his computer, I want to make 50% profit. So he says to himself, I paid $80. 50% profit would be me selling it at $1.20 or $120. So he goes, and we're not saying it's going to happen every time, but this is how you have to plan ahead with a small account. So you say, okay, I'm going to set my ask. I just bought it. I'm going to set my ask to sell it at $1.20. And you punch it, yes, accept, and that's it. You're done trading. See, when you have a small account, $100, $500, or something like that, you're not a day trader, okay? What you are is an investor. What you are is looking for the right investment, the right entry to make the most return. So that's what Romeo is doing. He's in at $80. He sells at $120. That's it. Now he's got $123. The next day, he's looking for a contract at $60. It's currently $80. So he says, okay, if the SPY, whatever it is, goes down to 60, I'm going to buy 2. So it goes down to 60, maybe it goes to 55. He buys 2 contracts. So that's $120, $1 fee. So he's got $2 left. As soon as he buys it for 60, he says, okay, I'm looking for the SPY to spike. If it goes to 90, I'll make 50% and I'll be out. Sets it for 90. Okay. We all know the SPY likes to go like this. It's crazy. Falls off a cliff where he buys, rebounds later in the day where he sells. So let's say he sells for $90 each. That's 90 plus 90 is 180 plus the $3. So now he's got 183 and he's made 2 trades and it's like 2 or 3 days into the week. So he started with $84. Now he has $183. Do you see what I'm saying? He made over 100%. 2 days later, small account. Now for the third trade, you buy a oneer. You're not going in with everything. If you want to buy a contract because you want to buy a contract of Square, it's $300. You say, okay, I will put in for $180. If I get it, great. If you get it, you turn around and you say, I'll sell it for $270. You make the $90. If it takes 1, 2, or 3 days, you're okay. 3 days later, 5 days you're into the trade. Now you have $270 in your account. You've made over 200%. The whole thing about having a small account is if you make a single mistake, your friend calls you up. Yo, what's up, Jizzy? How's it going? Let's buy this shit, right? Oh, yeah, it looks good. Okay, so they buy that. Boom. It goes down. You just spent 5 days taking your account from $84 to $280. And in 1 day, in 10 minutes or 15 minutes, because your timing sucked and the market got ugly, you just lost your entire profit. Now, I also teach a lesson about scare selling. So in conjunction with that, it goes, woo! And you go, oh, man, I was up 30% and now I'm down 70%. I'm going to scare sell. So you sell. And then it bounces back and you're like cursing yourself. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I do this every time. I met this dude with this conference in Austin. All he did is scare sell. So he told me he had an account. It had north of 100,000 and he would go into an options play, be up 30%. And he would wait till it's down 60%, and then he would sell it. And I'm like, dude, you were up 30%, now you're down 60%. He's like, yeah, I sold it. And I'm going to guess what you did next. He's like, yeah, guess. I'm like, you entered into something else right away. So you were in one option play, then you entered into another. And he's like, yeah, how'd you know? And I'm like, we all do it. It's called anxiety. You have money in the site. Okay, here's how the analogy I use. It's like people go to a casino, right? And when do they play? They play until their last dollar is gone. Now, the winners are the guys that go in with $300, leave their ATM cards at home, have a certain strategy, say they're going to have fun. The other people are like, okay, well, I played all of my money. And he's like, but I make a lot of money. He was a doctor. I make a lot of money. And I said, it doesn't matter, man. You don't walk into some place, carry a fat stack, give half of it away, and be like, no worries, I'm cool. And then you play the other half. All right, so please, everybody, hit that like button. Even the guys kicking the cats. Let's get to another question. Hey, Matt, let's do a Felix challenge on the 349 app and help them. Yes, okay, here's an idea. Let's do a Felix challenge on the 349 app. I will make a subsection called Felix. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to start with $105 because that's the number I came up with. So give me 2 days to make a new account, probably at E-Trade. I'll put $105 in. It'll be the E-Trade Felix challenge. I'll make a subcategory for it. And the good thing is I don't want to start tomorrow or Friday because we want to see how the market's doing. All right, and it's me. Thank you for something. And you know what I'm going to do when I turn my $100 into $1,000? Here's what it is. I got a catchphrase. You guys didn't catch on it? Here's what we do. Pay me. All right? You guys like that? Every time I make money, I'm going to tell you to pay me. Every time I have that light bulb moment, I'm going to tell you guys to pay me. Not you, but like the market. We're taking our money back from the institutions. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great evening.